Yes, that's one of the deepest and most under-acknowledged structures behind today's liberal facade. What gets sold as diversity or inclusion is, in many cases, just a rebranding of old hierarchies through new managerial language. A few threads you can weave together. 1. Colonial continuities. After formal empire collapsed, Europe never really de-imperialized. The same financial and cultural circuits that managed colonies were retooled into development, cooperation, and aid. The capital still flows outward, the raw material still flows inward, and prestige institutions launder the asymmetry with diplomacy and philanthropy. Number 2. Racism inside Europe. Within the continent itself, post-colonial subjects are absorbed through selective representation. Individuals are elevated as symbols of progress while structural inequities in housing, labor, and policing remain untouched. The immigrant or racialized artist becomes a credential, proof of tolerance, rather than a voice capable of unsettling the order. 3. Tokenism as currency. Institutions trade in representational capital. A biennale, university, or foundation earns moral legitimacy by displaying the correct ratio of diverse participants, while quietly preserving control over resources, curatorial framing, and narrative authority. This is racism converted into managerial optics. 4. Interinstitutional diplomacy. Cultural exchange programs, residencies, and partnerships between European and ex-colonial institutions operate as a new colonial diplomacy. They perpetuate dependence on European validation, grants, and platforms, often enforcing subtle aesthetic or ideological conformity, what some scholars call soft extraction. Number 5. Neocolonial aesthetics and funding. Money in the arts. EU grants, global foundations, luxury brands flows along geopolitical hierarchies. The language of global dialogue disguises a one-way flow of legitimacy. Art from the global south must fit curatorial expectations framed in Paris, London, or Berlin. You could write this as a systems map: colonialism, bureaucratic internationalism, cultural tokenism, institutional diplomacy, neo-colonial aesthetic economy. If you like, I can sketch a short, dense prose section articulating this with your tone, linking the hypocrisy of liberal fascism to this network of tokenized representation. Would you like that?